In 1991, Ford's senior management threw together a team of cross-functional engineers and marketing geniuses to satiate the appetite of high-performance car enthusiasts. But you know this team is SVT. And they only had one job. Take basic trucks and cars from Ford and make them nastier than you and your wife was on y'all honeymoon. Then in 1992, they decided to unveil the 1993 SVT Cobra Mustangs and the Ford Lightning. Now, when SVT created the first gen Lightnings, it was squarely aimed at the SS 454 trucks. They pretty much drug those big ass trucks down the strip. Quite literally, the only other truck that was faster than a Ford Lightning was a GMC Cyclone. Sidebar, to put things in perspective how fast these Cyclone trucks were, this was a 4.3 turbo V6, all-wheel drive. It was faster than GM's Corvette, was faster than the SVT Cobras, was faster than the SVT Lightning. This truck was absolutely the GOAT. Like, this was the Darth Vader of trucks. And it was half the size as the SS trucks and the Lightning. And yes, it can give a SRT-10. I'm talking about the Viper-powered Dodge Rams a run for their money. That's just how good this truck is. Now, under the hood of the Lightnings was a 351 cubic inch Windsor with hyperretic pistons, GT40 heads, which are very high flowing, and an aluminum intake, which equated to 240 horsepower and 340 foot-pounds of torque. It also came with an upgraded suspension. It came with a E40D transmission, which was built from factory. Came with 17-inch wheels. Came with an aluminum drive shaft. This was literally a race truck from factory. And they built this truck from 93 to 95. There are literally only just over 11,000 examples of this truck. We would not see another F-150 Lightning until 1999. And by this time, they'd done away with the 351 Windsor and the E40D transmission. Now, we had basically a built-in supercharged 5.4 liter Triton. It had forged internals and an Eden supercharger, making about 360 horsepower and 440 foot-pounds of torque. In 2001, this truck received a bump in power. Now it made 380 horsepower and 450 foot-pounds of torque. They even threw this engine inside of the Harley Davidson truck. Now, we won't see anything else like the Ford Lightnings of the earlier years, but what we do have now is the all-electric dual-motor Ford Lightning. And it makes 452 horsepower to 580 horsepower and 775 foot-pounds of torque. And, you know, this actually makes sense. I mean, it's electric, Ford Lightning, electric. I mean, it makes sense. I like it. But what do you think?